We begin tonight with a Hillsboro father's desperate search to find and save his missing 15-year-old son. The dad's name is David, and we've decided not to use the family's last name to limit the potential damage to the son years from now when someone Googles his name. The teen left home several days ago. His father in part blames Measure 110, which decriminalized user amounts of drugs. The dad said that made it a lot easier for his son to find and use drugs, which took him farther into drug abuse. The teen's name is Andrew. His father worries he will kill himself or hurt someone else or overdose under a bridge.
Yeah.
In Beaverton, a desperate father, David, is pounding the pavement looking for his son.
Yeah, and or places that, just getting the word out so that people can see the signs.
He hopes to post flyers all over Hillsboro and Beaverton and Portland. The single page describes his son, Andrew. He's 15 years old, 6 feet tall, white. He left home with his skateboard, a dark hoodie, and a blue-striped backpack. David said he's been in trouble before and has mental health challenges.
He's got bipolar, ADHD, depression, and he's on meds for all those, but right now he doesn't have any meds. He's been off meds for 5 days, probably self-medicating on drugs out on the streets and probably stealing to get drugs. We're just really concerned for him and trying to find a way to help him get his life turned around.
Hillsboro police say Andrew's name and information is in the database for the National Center for Missing and Endangered Children, and that if he is spotted by law enforcement, he will be taken into protective custody. But when I met up with David, his son had already been gone 5 days.
Any chance you guys can post that here? That's my son.
Yeah, we'll definitely post that for you.
Thank you.
Of course, good luck. I wish you
Thank
the
you.
best.
David said his son's mental health problems ramped up over this last year. While it's always been relatively easy for teens to find drugs, David believes Measure 110 made it easier. The law decriminalized user amounts for adults. David has gone round and round with his son.
We say that the drugs are illegal, and he says, well, no, it's been decriminalized, so there's no problem. And we say, just because it's decriminalized doesn't mean that it's not illegal. He says, well, what are they going to do about it? We ask the police, what are you going to do about it? And they say there's nothing they can do. Their hands are tied. There's absolutely nothing they can do.
Even though he's 15?
Even though he's 15, they say it doesn't matter. For juveniles, for adults, it's been decriminalized for all.
Hillsboro police tell me that juveniles found with user amounts of drugs would be taken into protective custody, then turned over to juvenile authorities who would decide what to do next. David is doing whatever he can, trying to get word out about his son, trying to put his posters up everywhere.
Got a whole box full in the car.
The promise of Measure 110 was lots more money for mental health and addiction treatment programs. That has not happened yet. David said his son is sometimes violent, and because of that, it's been difficult to get him help.
We've had the juvenile department looking for a placement for him. We've contacted DHS. They said that there's nothing that they can do. They don't do voluntary placement anymore. We've been working with Catholic Community Services. They've exhausted all the resources that they can exhaust, trying to find some place to get him help. They say because of the combination of suicidal and bipolar and depression and anxiety and drugs and alcohol and everything, there's no place that will take him with the whole cornucopia of things. The judge has told him he has to come back home, and he's violent at home, and so then they take him to juvenile detention, and then after a month there they say, well, we can't keep him, he hasn't committed a felony.
Searching for a missing child is a special sort of hell for any parent. There are numerous ups and downs that leave emotions frayed. While I was with David, his wife had called him. Their missing son had called home.
He called my wife, and I guess he saw some of the posters that we've been putting up, and wanted us to know that he's alive and he's okay, but he says he's not coming home. And the police said if he's fine and he doesn't want to come home, there's nothing that they'll do. He's not fine.
Yeah, he's a 15-year-old who's got bipolar and everything else.
He's suicidal. He's not fine. So we just got to keep trying to find him.
And the search goes on. If you or someone you know is in crisis, the suicide hotline is available 24 hours a day. The number's on your screen there, 1-800-273-8255. Now, I talked to Hillsboro police after we shot that interview. They told me that David misunderstood their position. They said if they get any information about his son's location, they will send an officer, or if it's in downtown Portland, for example, they'll ask Portland police to go pick him up.